Harper and Harper Audio present Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Academy, Tourney of Terror by Madeleine Roux. Performed by Imani Parks. One. Zelli Stormclash shielded her eyes from the blowing sand with her forearm, squinting against the harsh sunlight glinting off the dunes. Endless dunes. The desert seemed to go on forever, a demoralizing vastness of nothing. At her side, her faithful companions, and members of the Danger Club, Bauble, the Mimic, Hugo, the Owlbear, and Snabla, the Kobold, pressed on, though Snabla stumbled and fell behind. "Too hot," the Kobold groused. He lifted his shield, hiding behind it as another gust of hot, arid wind cut against them like a gritty scimitar. "Cannot take another step." Flash, the blink dog who kept them company, popped her head out of Hugo's bag and gave a hopeless howl. Zelli reached for Snabla, taking hold of one skinny, leathery arm before yanking him forward. "It's here," she told him. "I just know it is." Close. The wind seemed to whisper. So close. "What's here?" Bauble asked. The Mimic, who was traveling as a parasol in Hugo's grasp, coughed on a mouthful of grit carried on the gale. Zelli suddenly went still. What was she searching for? Why couldn't she remember? She closed her eyes tightly and tried to picture. The dunes beneath their feet started to rumble. The Danger Club retreated a few steps. All of them struck silent and awed as the sand bounced and thrashed in higher and higher sprays, like marbles dancing on the skin of a tight drum. Beneath the sands, two massive stone slabs became visible, a split running between them. The gap widened, the stones parting, puffs of black particles rising from the cavernous void the slabs had guarded. Smoke? Zelli thought. But the particles were denser, almost like burnt snowflakes, if such a thing were possible. Splashes like the inverse of stardust, so dark they might have been fragments of night. A voice spoke to her, as sinister and strange as the puffs of night dust spraying from the tomb beneath the dunes. "The Lord of Death will rise. The Great Master awakens beneath forgotten sands. Death comes when the barrier is broken." "We shouldn't be here," Zelli blurted out. In her hand, Snabla's little arm felt as brittle as a wintry branch. She turned to him and watched his eyes bug wide before he crumbled to dust. "But you brought us here," Hugo told her, before he too was gone, blown away on a gust of hot desert wind. "You belong here." Zelli finally recognized the voice. A dream. This was just a dream. She felt the ground tremble again, then woke up, realizing the rumbling was her bed frame as she jolted upright, tossing the blankets off in a flurry of hands and feet. She breathed hard, back in the warm, close familiarity of her housing at Dungeon Academy. Across the chamber.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?